Alycia, first off, you look great in there. Obviously, you know, just a couple of weeks away from your big fight on July 11th. The most important thing I want to ask you is just Derek James. You know, how did that happen? You know, it was a little bit unexpected, and coming here to Dallas.
Listen, life is unexpected. You just never know what's going to happen. I am super excited to start this partnership with Derek James. He has brought a lot out of me. Again, there's many tools in the bag, and you're going to see that July 11th.
Alycia, how would you rate Derek James as a trainer?
10 out of 10. Next.
Alycia, so you know it's a big moment for you. So how you stay locked in and block out the noise, especially when there are people that are calling out your name and things of that nature?
You know, it's important to lock in because, baby, the assignment is July 11th. My opponent, Jennifer Miranda, she's undefeated. She's coming. She's hungry. She wants to take advantage of the night. I know I will be taking advantage of the night. And so you just have to understand your assignment. I know what mine is July 11th.
Jennifer Miranda is noticeably taller and bigger than you. With that being said, do you think that'll play a part into the fight?
I mean, you see Michaela Mayer, we see what we did to her, right? Exactly. And still, next question.
How do you like the transition to Dallas?
I love the transition to Dallas. Dallas has been great, very welcoming, very loving. You know, it's one thing to be in many parts of the world, but right now I'm in Dallas and I've been taking advantage of it. It's been good.
What about the barbecue?
The barbecue, listen, we can eat sandwiches and fries around here. I have no issues making weight.
What's your favorite food spot in Dallas?
My favorite food spot? That's a great question. I'm still writing the list.
Jake Paul has a fight with Julio Cesar Chavez here soon. How do you see that fight going out? You know, break it down for us as well.
I think you're going to see the levels of what Jake Paul has been working on with his team. I think he has a great team. He has Third, who's a Kronk trainer. You know, I've trained with Kronk before, so they have a certain strategy when it comes down to breaking an opponent down. So I think we'll see that from Jake.
And then obviously July 11th is going to be the biggest women card this year. You're part of it. How do you feel about that?
It's a blessing. I literally remember being at the first fight at Madison Square Garden and commentating, and remember saying, you know, one day I'll be here fighting, and here we are fighting as a co-main event at one of the biggest and just history-making spots, Madison Square. So.
I'm sorry. Is the fight with Claressa, is that done now? Is that ever going to happen?
Listen, we got Jennifer Miranda to take care of July 11th, so see that and understand that I am the standard when it comes to women's boxing. I am her. So
I know it's been back and forth with you and Claressa, but will you be willing to at least send her some tickets to the fight?
Listen, you gotta talk to the man. I'm just the fighter, baby. I'm just the champion showing up to the fight on birthday, baby. That's it. Big champ.
I know there's another fight. You know, people want to hear the breakdown of it. Crawford Canelo. What do you think about that fight? Obviously, hearing you commentate.
Yeah.
You know, once you're done with boxing, I'm sure you're gonna do a phenomenal job on that. But you know, break that fight down for us.
You know, that's a great fight. You have two experienced fighters. You know, when we talk about experience, when we talk about athleticism, when we talk about skill, all those come together when you think of Terrence Crawford and Canelo. And with what I'm seeing is that, you know, Canelo's been in this game for years. You know, he's experienced losses twice. You know, he took a challenge fighting Bivol, lost, came back. He's doing what he loves to do. And I think we saw the fight with Terrence Crawford and him dominate in a fashion that the world was ready to see. And then we seen his last fight. So we're kind of taking off from your last fight and see what that is. It's going to be a great fight. I can't pick a winner, but you know, experience speaks, and experience will trump everything come that fight.
Just locking in with Jake Paul and MVP promotion and everything you expected, and just talk about Jake's impact on women's boxing.
Yeah, absolutely. MVP, it's a great company. You know, they take their time, they are involved, they want to hear from the voices of the fighters. I think it's important to not just be a fighter under a roster, but be a partner, be an equal, and that's what they give the opportunity to.
What do you think about Amanda and Katie Taylor going at it for a third time? I mean, it's historic, a trilogy in women's boxing.
Yeah, you know, it's another fight in history just to show young girls, show the boxing community that these two women have been fighting more than once. They want to settle the score July 11th. And it's an opportunity for everybody just to tune into women's sports in general. So you're going to see multiple women champions defending their titles, doing what they do best, and put on a great show.
Did the right winner win the first two fights?
It was close. They were close fights. So, you know, I think the third fight is going to settle all of that.
Mom, right now, you're a sizable favorite. odd makers have you set to win. But we have seen a lot of upsets here lately, like Tia Brown upset Scott Nicholson, Broly upset Ryan Garcia,
Right.
Plant got upset.
Right.
With all that being said, is there any chance that Baumgardner gets upset and gets asked that list?
Sir, I'm gonna need you to repeat that question. It's trash. Throw it out. No, this is the thing. I never take anybody. I never underestimate anybody. This is what I do for a living. I've been boxing since the age of 8. I have 23 years into this sport. Nothing but blood, sweat, and tears. Grind, baby. This is my passion, my love. So every time I step in the ring, I give my all. So there's no option to lose, baby. I can't lose. And so I'm gonna put it all out there every time, every chance I get, which y'all will see July 11th. There's a different type of fighter, a different type of skill. Like I said, I am the standard, and you're gonna see me put the punches together, baby. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I promise you.
July 11th, what do you walk into the ring to? What's going to be the music?
Man, listen, we putting that together right now, so I got a treat for y'all. Y'all know it's one of my favorite things to do, the walkout. So it's gonna be dope. So stay tuned.
Who's the face of women's boxing?
You said what?
Who's the face of women's boxing?
Alycia Baumgardner, sir. You looking at her?
Yeah.
You in my
Yeah.